The original low-slung bobber bikes were stock American motorcycles which the owner would lighten by removing all non-essential parts. Those huge fenders on the big OL Harleys and Indians of the 1920s and 30s would be shortened or bobbed, and the bobber culture was born. Nothing will ever replace the satisfaction of building your own custom bobber motorcycle, but not everyone has the skill, the inclination or the time required to undertake such a project. Today bobbers are available directly from the showroom floor with several motorcycle manufacturers producing them. In almost all cases they are sold as a blank canvas with the idea that you customize it to make it your own after you purchase. The motorcycle manufacturer will almost certainly have a multitude of extras you can purchase to get you started with your customization. So without further ado, let's take a look at the bobber motorcycles available in 2023 from a dealer near you. Triumph Bonneville Bobber. The Triumph Bonneville Bobber starts at £12,995 or $13,795 in America. Although the Harley Street Bob was the first off-the-shelf bobber produced by a mainstream manufacturer, it was the Triumph Bonneville Bobber some 10 years later that made the pre-war styling fashionable once more. Released in 2017, it became the fastest-selling motorcycle in the long history of the Triumph Bonneville. The British marque nailed the low-slung style at the first attempt, and many purchased before they even reached the dealers. First time I've ever bought a bike without at least one test ride. The 1200cc water-cooled big parallel twin engine produces 77 bhp, but it's the 78 pound-feet of torque that makes it such a fun-to-ride motorcycle, and it'll live with many a sports bike from the lights. As standard it comes with drag-style bars but can also be purchased with the 8 bars. Indian Scout Bobber 60. $10,749. This is the introductory Indian bobber option of 3 available and isn't available in the UK. All 3 of the Indian bobber bikes have a lot going for them. The single seat on the 60 is a big plus. Anything else is a cruiser in my book, as is the color options. Any you want as long as it's black. The Indian Scout Bobber 60 is very popular with female riders thanks to its low seat height and smooth power delivery. I'm assuming spoke wheels are an optional extra rather than standard, which is a shame. It's a 1000cc liquid-cooled V-twin kicking out 77 bhp, only 5-speed though. Harley-Davidson Street Bob 114. Another 2023 factory bobber alternative from Harley-Davidson is the Street Bob 114, priced at $16,599, a bargain $2,300 under the Fat Bob 114 shown above. For the money it nicely features the big 114C Milwaukee 8 engine, replete with electronic fuel injection and framed by Harley's famous offset shotgun exhausts. Peak torque comes at just 3,000 revolutions per minute, making the Street Bob 114 an effortless ride. Rather than the Fat Bob's forward foot controls, the Street Bob 114 has mid-mount controls for a more traditional riding position. Likewise, the seat is substantially lower at just 25.8 inches off the deck, making this one welcoming for newer or smaller riders. As well, thanks to its more traditional 19-inch front, 16-inch rear wheels and single front disc brake, the Street Bob 114 embodies the traditional Harley cruiser look more than does the rakish Fat Bob. But don't worry, the Street Bob 114 offers a choice of vivid black and various color options, as well as optional abs and myriad factory-designed accessories. Triumph Rocket 3R Chrome Edition. If builders of the first bobbers could see the 2023 Triumph Rocket 3R Chrome Edition, they probably would not believe it. The centerpiece of the Rocket 3 is a completely over-the-top 2.5-liter 3-cylinder liquid-cooled engine mounted longitudinally in the frame, On the right are 3 exhaust pipes the size of a dragster's zoomy headers, and on the left are triple intake stacks. They aren't just for show. The Rocket 3R Chrome Edition mill develops a claimed 165 horsepower and a staggering 163 pound-feet of torque, and powers through a 6-speed gearbox and shaft drive to the massive 240/50ths R16 rear tire. Basically the Rocket 3 out motorcycles all other motorcycles, and so does its $24,795. With its crisp, modern styling and audacious engineering. Clearly the Triumph Rocket 3R Chrome Edition, incidentally a 1-year-only offering, qualifies as a power cruiser par excellence. However, in this case, thanks to its pugnacious, sawed-off rear end, we'll give it honorary status as a bobber. For a bike with the maximum possible engine, its minimalism is impressive, and so are the dual LED headlights, TFT instruments, configurable ride modes, cornering abs and traction control. Honda Rebel 1100. Honda first introduced its line of Rebel models in the mid-80s, giving riders an accessible, cruiser-style platform that remains popular through today. In 2016, Big Red introduced the latest generation of the Honda Rebel, ushering in a new, modern urban bobber-style design in 300 and 500cc packages. Earlier this year, Honda has taken the new Rebel platform and bestowed it with the proven 1084cc Unicam 2-banger from the Japanese Moto Mark's Africa Twin model. With a SUB60 wheelbase, the 1100 spec Rebel is actually a fairly nimble motorcycle, making it ideal for both long-distance cruising and short-range commuting alike. And just like with the Africa Twin, Honda offers the Rebel 1100 with one of its automatic DCT transmissions for only $600 over the regular model. Ducati X Diavel. While the X Diavel admittedly isn't what normally springs to mind when discussing bobbers, the fact that this blacked-out, Italian-made cruiser motorcycle features a big-bore twin-cylinder engine, mid-mounted foot controls and a floating seat arrangement collectively earn it a place on this list. Elements such as its unique and aggressive-looking headlight arrangement, single-sided swing arm, under-tail-mounted rear lighting and wraparound license plate hanger all put an unmistakably modern spin on the classic bobber and cruiser formulas. Ducati also makes a more high-end S-spec version of the X Diavel for $4,700 over the base model.